Hello and welcome to the Philippines. 2021 is the year, and I've had a number of things happen here that required some home maintenance. And this is something I had woke up one day and there's water all over the bathroom floor. And I thought something was spilling. Maybe something was, maybe the shower was not containing, the curtain and everything was not properly containing. And I thought, that the water was running underneath the tiles and accumulating enough to get on the floor. Finally, after all other searches, because initially I looked here but didn't see it, didn't have a flashlight. But I've got a dripping valve here underneath the CR, the toilet, and my experience here, look at that corrosion. My experience here in Cebu City, the Philippines, is that the water is very mineralized, a lot of calcium, other minerals in the water. And pretty much I've had to replace valves about every year. Moved into a new place, Bamboo Bay, and a year later had to replace, I think, three valves there. Two valves 1 month, and then the following month. So if you're replacing valves and you got a hold of a good plumber, you might as well just do it all right there. And even there you can see calcification, if that's a proper term, mineralization. And I bought new valves there. I guess I wouldn't have had to in this case, but that's usually the case, these plumbers. And I had to wait a week or two for a plumber to come in and be available. Um, in this case, the building that I presently live in, he actually would have gone into a vacant unit and brought in the items that we needed. But I bought a couple of extra valves because you never know when you're going to need a valve. Suggest you probably might do the same. All that sort of thing. Many of you have experience with those types of things.
Gonna have to replace that.
You will need it. Now, when I visited Iloilo City and Bacolod City, when I took a shower, the water felt quote unquote soft. For those of you who have experienced hard water and soft water, you know the different feeling. Soft water, it feels like the soap isn't coming off your skin quite as fast. Hard water, it's almost immediately. It seems like it takes it off. And for those of you who have never experienced hard water versus soft water, I don't know how to explain that, but hard water acts differently with if you've got soap on yourself and you're trying to wash it off. The soft water just seems like it's softer. The soap doesn't come off your skin as quickly. It also does not mineralize your pipes and all that type of thing nearly as much. And then one thing I failed to do was buy the flexible hose there as well. And because as you saw, that was fairly corroded as well. So he went and he pulled one out of another unit, I believe, a vacant unit. It's customary to give repairmen a tip, and here in the Philippines, and I gave him a nice tip, even though he said it wasn't required. But usually 100, 200 pesos I gave him. But I gave him more than that, especially since they supplied the hose at no cost, which probably would have ran uh, 200 pesos, I would guess at least. And so really appreciated that. And then I have not had any problem. That was about 2 weeks ago, and have not had any problem. Now in the past at Bamboo Bay, I had maintenance come up and replace a couple valves, and it wasn't leaking when they left, but within an hour or two, it started leaking again. They come up and tried it again, put more tape on it. A few hours later, it was leaking again. I think the third or fourth time they finally sent a plumber up there, and after a huge amount of tape on the threads, it actually stopped it and worked okay after that. Now, what happened here as well? Sometimes I would, and I've had this happen to me. I tried to replace a valve in the first place I was in, and it busted off immediately. It had water gushing out. I wasn't sure where the water shutoff was. This guy shut the water off before he started messing with it. Of course, it's way down the hallway in the stairwell. But first thing that happened as well, the valve was, the threads were corroded and it busted off. So then he had to go get something to remove the piece that was busted off inside of the wall. I replaced the sink tap as well not so long ago and have much better pressure there as well. It's time to clean the air conditioning unit, split type air conditioning unit again as well. And we got the last crew that was here did a really good job, so we called them back. If you have time, if you would kindly press the like button below the video, that sure helps promote the video. So anyway, they've got a little different setup than the independent guys that we had come in here. This is more of a company type group, and they've got a longer pipe setup, so they can just go from wherever the water is located. The others, you had to carry the water into over closer to the air conditioning unit. We've got some light long tubing there, and this is the inside unit, and you got to take all the coverings, everything, cover the electronics. And I think they were here about an hour and a half, which is seemed to be pretty standard here. And they've got that, where does the water go? They've got that catch basin, I guess, plastic or something, type of catch basin, and that as they spray, that will go into that blue pail there. And these two guys, lots of experience between them, and they spray it down real good. Other guys have asked me for soap to include to help clean, and these guys brought everything that they needed, including their own ladder. Everybody else has asked for a ladder to use as well. We'd have to go down and borrow one from maintenance, and they cleaned up real well after themselves. But anyway, this cost 1,050 pesos, a little over, about 21 US dollars. I had to wait about a week, a little over a week, to get these guys to come in. They were shut down over the holidays, I guess. Probably visiting their relatives in different provinces, as many Filipinos do. But it was worth the wait. They seem to, like I said, they have all their equipment, a lot of experience between them. This fella here, I think, over 30 years experience working on this type of equipment. And what I found was that I had to start setting the temperature lower and lower and lower to get it to achieve the temperature rating that I wanted in my condo. So obviously it was getting dirty, and many people say every 3 to 4 months you should get it done. I've gone as long as 6 or 7 or 8 months, I guess, in the past. And here's their contact information for anybody who might be interested. They work pretty much in the Cebu City, Mandaue City area. Their main office over on Pacnaan in Mandaue City. And the next issue I had, I bought a month or a couple months ago probably, I bought a new office type chair. And boy, I've had more trouble with furniture in the Philippines in a few years than I've had all the rest of my life back in the USA. This is plastic, and not very strong plastic. I've got 5 of these things where the wheels roll into, and it cracked. And I'm not a big, heavy person. I tried a couple different types of glue that didn't work, and then I bought this just to have around, and I bought this here, epoxy clay. I don't need it waterproof. I hope the water doesn't get this high to the 11th floor, but closest I could find for what I was looking for, epoxy that you take apart, you need that up. It doesn't come in the 2 tubes that you often see epoxy in. and they use it for welding metals and plastics, different brand in the USA. But anyway, I've had good luck with it, very good luck with it over years, and so I will use it not only to quote unquote weld that material back together, but also to take all five of those wheel sections and build up a little bit of a support, additional support type mechanism around those, and hopefully that will work. Thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.